probably already seen this. But even for a fire-breathing dragon or something, there's no reason why I couldn't do this on a larger scale. Oh yeah, and I already started thinking about bosses. I was thinking about a gigantic boss, and whenever it stepped, it made sparks. Look at that guy. Well, whatever. I'm retarded. What button is it? So yeah, fire breath. Just more extended. And we could probably make it where it turned with its face, or whatever you want to do. Right now I'm just using a stationary thing so the guy looks like he's casting, but it's not as hard as it seems like. All it is a logic cube with a trigger zone. I've also got this, which is going to be very useful for boss fights or something later. Which button is it? There we go. And I'm still tinkering with this one because I don't really like the stones so much. They're not as random as I wanted them to be. They all seem to be kind of lean in one direction. I think I need to put not only a random vector on them, but I need to put a random rotation on them so they'll be sticking everywhere. Because the stone that I'm using, has a pretty good curve to it. So I'm getting a whole lot of this, but what I need is some of this so that they're coming all different directions. Although actually I am doing evidently my random rotation thing is not working properly. I might have to revisit this line of code. So I don't know, this isn't working. Fire breath would be kind of cool if you used a big shield. You mean like split it? I'm not sure how you would do that. That would probably be kind of resource heavy. I'm sure you'd have to use some sort of a vector, like a ray cast out with the fire, and then whenever it hits a prop, like a shield, it could then do some sort of a, what do you call that? Oh man, what do you call that? Where you take two vectors and you split it and get the cross product or something. So I'm not really sure. That's math stuff that I don't know a whole lot about. Or you could even just make it turn the vector, split the vector and do it twice, and just turn 45 degrees both directions, and then you would get a nice split. But I guess it would have to start duplicating the props as it hit the shield and then send one each direction or something like that. But that's, I believe, totally doable. Although, one thing for the boss fights where it comes to props, whenever you attach something, like right now I had to fake it. Like say I wanted to attach these to the main boss. This guy's the boss. and say these are like his shoulder pads or his gloves or pieces of armor. Maybe it's a tank and it's got armor plates that you can blow off. Well, when you use attach and attach it to the main piece, they start sharing HP. So it doesn't work. And the only way I find to get around it is to just attach logic cubes and then make it with code stay where the logic cube's at. But it makes it a lot more difficult because then you can't grab it and move it around. It doesn't move all the rest of the pieces, so it just makes it a lot more difficult to handle. So I'm hoping, I put this in my list, I'm hoping we get some kind of option to where the pieces don't have to save, or they don't have to share an HP pool, because that would make a lot more variety of bosses possible. Like maybe you got a Hydra with several heads and you want to blow them off one at a time. Well, using attach, that's not going to be possible. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Although I guess you could do it this way and just put the logic cube at the stump of the neck, and then each individual neck could be a whole scripted piece attached to the logic cube. But then you still run into the same problem as if you ever grab the guy and you want to move him around, then you can't move him around because the heads aren't attached, and that's kind of ridiculous. Okay, well, I'm glad you approve. I'm glad somebody out there is awake. I don't really have anything else to stream. I'm pretty much just killing time until somebody else feels like streaming at this point. My official stream is over. So if you have a game you want me to play or anything you want me to try to build or whatever, I'm pretty much open at this point. Oh, you can do a lot of things. Actually, let me go back into that level. I used that same exact premise, and I made a custom shield out of it. Instead of using attach like I did on all my other props, I just wanted to see if it would work. This one I made purely through code. And all you have to do is make sure that you duplicate a couple of vectors. That way, well, you'll see. So you can actually do it. Like you could actually make an entire boss out of armor plates and then blow off the pieces. It's just that manipulating him in the editor will be a little bit more difficult, and it'll take a whole bunch of math trying to figure out exactly what you want. Like say for instance, right now I'm just duplicating up and forward verbatim, no change. Well, what if I wanted that to be at a slight rotation? Well, then I have to start coding in vector rotations and stuff, and then you have to do that for every single piece, and then it just gets out of hand. Whereas if we could just do it through code, don't share the HP pool when I attach you, like just for each particular piece or whatever you want to do, that would be infinitely easier. Let's make spells. What kind of spells? What kind of spells? If that's really what you want to do. Oh yeah. I cannot wait for some more props to build a ship, because I am totally making a Panzer Dragoon type on-rail shooter where you're on a boat and you can go on to different turrets and stuff, and that's going to be amazing. No, I did bring this up, sort of brought it up with TD. Mike supposedly forwarded my my post in a thread with all my suggestions, and the whole attachment not sharing HP is on there. Oh man, are we talking like Oblivion spell crafting here, where you add them together? Yes, Delta. It is in fact. Alright. How would I go about making lightning? I already know I'm gonna need you. Probably more than one of you. Lightning strike. So cool. Okay, so if I made this in first person, that would be super, super easy. First of all, whoops. Make this thing into a template. Okay, I got an idea. Camera. Oh. Ugh. That's not good. Oh boy. Okay, forget that. I don't like that at all. So the main part is going to be targeting. How to decide on targeting. I guess I could do a lock-on feature. I could do... Oh, man. Suggestions on targeting. Lightning bolt in front of me. I think that would actually be difficult because the way the prop is set up, if you look at it, the lightning starts from way down here. And then it hits. Like if the actual prop object was at the top side of the lightning and it emitted out from it, that would be easier. Let's see how this one works. That one's the same way. Nope. Here's what we can do. works out pretty good. Just doesn't damage them. He's not big enough to really hit all the time. Now, once I manage to... Now I lock on. So, instead of being like a cheesy lock-on system that people use, detect nearest enemy or something like that, you have to actually look at the guy to lock on. See if this works. Oops. There you have it. Why isn't that working? Well, that's weird. It's staying true. Oh, I might need started to. Actually, let's do something else. Oops. Getting click happy. Why the heck is that not working? So that's going true. Duration timer is happening. Maybe I just don't need that. I don't know what happened. Let's try this one. Apparently, I guess this is too far removed and it's not working anymore. That must be what this is. So, let me try this. Bloody hell. Hell with it. Doesn't really need timing. Trying to put a timer in there and make it a little fancier, but that's still fine. Well, alright. Since we got one lightning spell, let's try something else. So, okay. This guy here. Up vector. I might do this backwards the first time, because I'm still extremely leery about how this works. And this is also going to look really strange. Okay, I did it backwards. Whoops. There we go. Make this a little more robust. Ooh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? hell? Syntax on this. Oh, so that is working. With this. Something about that object variable is screwing it up. Right here. I may have been making that. Oh, there it is. Why the hell is it down there? Huh. Alright, it's not creating at the right position. Oh. Because I got rid... Oh, God. Because I got rid of this. I'm retarded. I stopped using a vector. And that's when it broke. Oh my god, I'm retarded. It's too damn late. Alright, so the other thing I'm finding that's not right here, is it saving it? What? It's saving the target even after I'm not looking at it, which isn't good. Okay. So that'll remove the target when it dies. This will also remove the target. Yeah. Let me... Oh, the hell with it. Let's just do it that way. Alright, so it's working now. Because before I could shoot at the dead body a couple times, but now, as soon as it dies, it's no longer the target. Take it easy, Ledge. Let's see here. Preferred it when it was the guy's feet. There we go. That looks a lot better. So there you go. I'm relatively content with that. Except for the weird flat effect at the bottom, but whatever. Yeah, I was really, really impressed with myself. I know that sounds arrogant, but it was more so the fact that I didn't think I would come up with anything that cool, and then I did, so I felt really good about myself when I came up with that holographic sword. Because I think that thing is super duper cool. And I'm kind of geeked out about it, in fact. But I kind of want to try some other stuff. Oh, I just had an idea. I just had an idea. Oh, I should probably maybe save this. Well, it's because I'm using the default lightning strike thing, and if I built it with the other lightning and then added the sound and added my own explosion, it would be okay. But the problem with this particular effect is it's got that flat thing. It's made to go down. So that little scorched earth thing is flat because it's meant to be on the ground. So whenever I've changed it and I'm shooting it out sideways, the scorched earth thing is still flat, but I'm moving around, so it looks a little strange. But you'll notice if I move while it's up, it'll move with me. It's just like the text boxes, where it always tries to point at me.